Join me as I try to create a super simple monster in Blender. Perfect for beginners like us. Let's dive in. First of all, you can see the screencast keys at the bottom right of the screen. They're there to make your job easier. Second, we need two of Blender's built-in add-ons, Auto Mirror and Loop Tools. Let's activate them. Go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, search for Auto Mirror and Loop Tools. If they're not active, click Get Extensions, search again, and hit Install. That's it. Ready to start modeling our monster? Let's go. Get to the front view by pressing 1 on the numpad. Select the camera and light, then hit Delete. Now, select the default cube. Go to the Modifier tab and add a subdivision surface modifier. Press period key on the numpad to focus on the cube. Press Tab to enter edit mode. Then press S, Z to scale it slightly along the Z-axis. Next, press Ctrl+R to add 2 loop cuts. Scroll the middle mouse wheel to create 2. Click to confirm, and then slide them up a bit. With the body still selected, press S, Shift+Z to scale on the X and Y axis only. Now, right-click and choose Apply Rotation and Scale. Finally, hover over the modifier and press Alt+A to apply it. Nice job. The base of our monster is ready to go. Now press N to open the side panel. Go to the Edit tab, expand Auto Mirror, and click Auto Mirror. Perfect. Back in edit mode. Look at the top left corner, you'll see 3 selection modes: Vertex, Edge, and Face. The shortcuts for these are 1, 2, and 3. To create the mouth, press 3 for Face Select mode. Select the faces where you want the mouth to be, then press X and choose Faces. Great. Now switch to the side view by pressing 3 on the numpad. Enable proportional editing with the O key and press Alt+Z to go into X-ray mode. Select the mouth corner vertices and gently move them into position. Repeat the process until the mouth shape looks just right. Once you're happy with it, go ahead and apply rotation and scale. Now, add a solidify modifier. Increase the thickness to about 0.15. That looks good. Next, add a bevel modifier. Reduce the amount until it's subtle and crank the angle up to around 70 degrees so only the sharp edges get beveled. Finally, add another subdivision surface modifier and set it to level 2. Nice and smooth. Feel free to tweak the mouth shape again if it needs adjusting. Once everything looks clean, apply all modifiers, except for the final subdivision. Then, add one more mirror modifier above the subdivision. This way, your solidify and bevel stay nice and clean on both sides. Awesome work so far. Alright, let's give our monster some adorable legs. First, go to Face Select mode by pressing 3. Then select the 4 bottom faces of your model. Press I to inset them. Then right-click. From Loop Tools, choose Circle. Now press Ctrl+7 to switch to bottom view. Then press S to scale and R to rotate them slightly. When you're ready, press X and choose Faces to delete them. Press Alt+, click to edge select the newly created loop. Switch to front view with 1 on the numpad. Then S to scale the loop, E to extrude down as Z, 0 to flatten it, and finally S to scale out again. Now go into X-ray mode with Alt+Z, and with Edge Select mode, select the outer edges and S to tighten them up a bit. Select the bottom edge loops, press F to fill them. Add a loop cut near the bottom base of each leg. Now, Shift+ click to select 3 new bottom faces and press E to extrude. These are the feet. Add another loop cut on the leg around the middle. Select the top vertices and move them up slightly to shape the legs. Go to front view, stay in X-ray mode. Select all foot vertices and are to rotate them into a natural pose. Finally, add one more loop cut in the middle of the leg, switch to the side view, and gently nudge it forward to give it a more natural curve. Boom! Your cute little monster now has legs with a perfect cartoony bounce. Let's keep going. Alright, it's time to bring our monster to life with some expressive eyes. Press Shift+A and add a UV sphere. Now rotate it with our X, 90 to lay it flat, then S to scale it down, and G to move it into position from the front view. Use 1 on the numpad for that. Now switch to side view with 3 on the numpad, and fine-tune the eye's position so it pops just right off the face. Next, press Shift+D to duplicate the sphere. This will be the pupil, scale it down, and move it onto the surface of the eye. Adorable already. Now, let's mirror the eye. Select the eye sphere, go to the Modifiers tab, add a mirror modifier, and for the mirror object, choose the monster's body. Boom! Instant symmetry. Next, we'll mirror the pupil too. Select the pupil, then Shift plus select the eye, press Ctrl plus L, and choose Copy Modifiers. Just like that, both the eye and pupil are mirrored. Now let's create the tongue. Add a cube, press slash to isolate it, then press S, Z, to scale it down along the Z-axis. Now press S, X, to scale it along the X-axis. Enter Edit Mode, delete the back face, and add a loop cut right in the middle. Then, add 3 loop cuts along the X-axis. Actually, let's add 2 more loop cuts here, so we have enough segments for some nice bends. Next, switch to X-ray mode, enable proportional editing, and start sculpting the tongue by moving the vertices. Select the middle vertices, press S, X to thin the tip. Add a loop cut, then loop select the center edge, press Ctrl plus B to bevel. Use G, Z to tweak the peaks and valleys. Add another loop cut around the edges and press S to taper the shape. Once you're happy with the result, press Ctrl plus 2 to add a subdivision surface modifier. Exit isolation mode. Now, let's reset the tongue's origin to its base. From the side view, go into Edit mode, press A to select all, then G to move it into position. And finally, use S to scale and G to move the tongue roughly into the mouth. Now let's create the teeth. Add another cube, then press slash to isolate it. Scale it along the Y-axis by pressing S, Y. In Edit mode, delete the top face. Next, apply rotation and scale to make sure everything behaves correctly. Add a loop cut down the middle, along the Z-axis, and another one along the X-axis. Now scale the new horizontal loop cut upward to define the top of the tooth. Switch to X-ray mode. Select the middle bottom vertices and move them down to round the tooth shape. Then, scale the bottom row inward just to tighten up a bit. Press Ctrl plus 2 to apply a subdivision surface modifier, and don't forget to shade smooth. Exit isolation mode. Now, drag the tooth into place, using G to grab and S to scale. When you're happy with the result, press Alt plus D to duplicate the tooth. Then, rotate it slightly and place it near the bottom of the mouth. Repeat this process, copying and positioning the teeth along the right side of the mouth. Next, to mirror them to the other side, select one tooth, add a mirror modifier, and use the body as the mirror object. Then, Shift plus select the rest of the teeth. Press Ctrl plus L and choose Copy Modifiers. This will mirror all the teeth across perfectly. Now, let's add a tail to our character. In Edit mode, select 4 faces at the back of the mesh. Press I to inset them. Then right-click, go to Loop Tools, and choose Circle. This rounds out the selection. Next, delete those faces. Loop select the surrounding edges, then switch to Side View. Press R to rotate, G to grab, E to extrude, R again to twist, and S to scale it down. Repeat the extrude, rotate, scale pattern to form a nice, curling tail. Once you're at the tip, press F to fill it. Now for a fun touch. Shift plus D to duplicate one of the teeth. Then clear transforms with Alt plus G and Alt plus R. Move it to the top of the head, and now press Alt plus D to create linked duplicates. Place them along the tail to form some cool-looking spikes. Let's add some material magic. Switch to Material Preview mode. Select the body, head over to the Material tab, and give it a friendly yellow color. Now select the eyes and lower their roughness a bit to make them look nice and glossy. Do the same with the pupils. Choose a darker shade and reduce the roughness too. Repeat this process for the teeth, the tongue, and any other small details. Perfect. Now we got a cute, dinosaur-like monster. If you stuck with me until the end, I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with what you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.